Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the next in our craft whiskey series, Copper Dog. Now this is a Speyside blended malt Scotch whiskey and it is bottled at 40% ABV. Now because it is a blend, there is no distillery to talk about, so I can mainly just tell you that this is based out of the Craigellachie Hotel and it's comprised of about 8 different single malt scotches. Now, the name Copper Dog is part of the reason I even wanted to do a review of this, at least prior to even tasting it. There was a guy that I met, it was at a whiskey show, and he had this little pipe, and he said, "This is my Copper Dog." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And then he proceeded to tell me the story that apparently people who worked in distilleries a long time ago, like a couple hundred years ago, they would bring these little pieces of copper piping and they would solder a penny to one side and fit a cork for the other side. And they would bring this thing into the distillery with them inside their pants, just kind of hanging off of a chain, and they would dip it into the barrel, fill it up, cork it, and put it back down their pants. And they referred to it as the Copper Dog because it was your best friend who never left your side. And I thought that was very clever and just an awesome story. And I did my own research. This was really a thing that happened. It's not just marketing. So anyway, I'll put up a picture of what one of these Copper Dogs look like if I haven't already. So let's get into the nosing and the tasting of this. And while I am pouring, if you are enjoying this craft series, I know that they tend not to get as many views as my normal reviews, the brands that you all know and love, but if you're enjoying it, give me a thumbs up. Or if you just enjoy the channel in general, it really actually helps the channel a ton to get that kind of interaction. But specifically, if you are enjoying the craft whiskey series, leave a comment. Tell me which one you've enjoyed the most, because it'll give me an idea of where to focus in the future. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a nose. So this nose is so much better than it has any right to be. It is pear, peach, and apple, and I love it. I think it's a fantastic nose. It's just very, very fruity. All right, let's go ahead and give it a taste. Cheers. So the taste is very good as well. I would say the first bit that you're gonna get is, picture a refrigerator and you have a green apple, you put that in the refrigerator for like an hour. When you pull that thing back out and you take a bite, it is just juicy and cold and crisp. That is, maybe not the cold part, that is like what this is. It's just a very like crisp green apple. It's really, really good. And then you've got some orange zest, although I'd say that's pretty mild in here. And then vanilla, which a little prominent, and some spice actually towards the end, which is a little surprising, but much appreciated actually. It works very well with this. So let's talk overall flavor. In general, this is better than it has any right to be. I don't know where they're sourcing their whiskey from, but they're doing this right. This was a total surprise to me when I bought this. It's only $30, and if you can find it, I very much suggest that you pick up a bottle. But while I was at that trade show, the guy that was there was offering both neat drams and also this concoction that he had where it was pretty much just green apple juice and then some of this. And I was at this whiskey show with 6 or 7 of my friends, and all of us loved this little concoction that they had. It was, I think a few of us had more than one of them actually. The girls that I was with, one of them had I think 3 of them. So it was pretty cool. But I got to thinking earlier today when I was writing this episode, what do I have in my house that could also mix well with this? And I started thinking, I have some peach tea in my fridge, and with some ice, and I'm just gonna take this and dump this in here. If I were to mix these two together, it seemed like it would work really, really well. And lo and behold, I was very, very right. So this is actually the first time I think I'm making a mixed drink on this channel. So this is Copper Tea Dog. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Peach copper tea. And it's absolutely delicious. So if you happen to buy Copper Dog and you have some peach tea, or like honestly go out and buy some. It is a very, very good mix, and I'm totally gonna drink this until this bottle's gone. I might even buy another bottle next year when it starts getting warm. So I'm gonna drink this as I sign off with you guys. So thank you for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers. . Really good. Now this is a Speyside blended single, it's not a blended single malt. All right, blended malt, blah. A Speyside blended malt Scotch whiskey. Speyside blended malt Scotch whiskey. Speyside blended, Speyside blended malt Scotch whiskey. Oh my God, I can't say it. This is a blended Speyside Scotch malt whiskey. I put every single word in the wrong place.